So let's start off with the first aspect, self-confidence. Now, when you go to present, when you're standing up in front of a group, maybe at a conference, or you're sitting in the boardroom at your company and in front of the senior team, or maybe you're presenting to your team or some clients, and you're just about to walk up there, or just about to stand up, before you open your mouth, what's going through your head? What are you telling yourself before you open your mouth? What do you tell yourself? It's so important what we tell ourselves about how we present. Before we open our mouths, whatever's running, whatever tape is running, through whatever DVD is running in our brains is so crucial. Because a lot of times, I suspect we're telling ourselves what you were courageous enough to share, which is don't screw up. Don't mess up. Hope you don't make a fool of yourself this time. Gosh, they're going to hate this. I don't believe it. I'm so boring. I'm boring myself. Right? If we run those negative tapes, if you really think about it, if you're honest with yourself, a lot of times that's the negative messaging in your head. That's what you're telling yourself. Don't screw up. Don't mess up. People are judging you. This is going to be bad. If you're running a negative tape in your head, you're not going to be confident. So I've named that voice that we sometimes hear in our head. I've named it the joy sucker voice because it sucks the joy out of our presentations and out of our lives because it's no fun. If you get up here and say, don't screw up, don't mess up, they're judging you, this is going to be terrible, how are you going to have any kind of fun? How are you going to relax and enjoy your audience and enjoy the interaction and share what you know? It's not going to happen. So it's important for you to think about that joy sucker voice in your head, because we all have it. Other people have called it the critic. Julia Cameron, who's a creativity expert, has called it the censor, because it censors you, right? Or the inner critic. And maybe it's a voice you heard as a kid, or it's an ex telling you something negative, or somebody being very unhelpful, and that voice sticks in your head and says, you're not good enough. Who do you think you are? That's the biggest detractor from our confidence as women and as men, as humans in general, but women in particular, we seem susceptible to this. The who do you think you are that you're talking to this group? Who do you think you are? Somebody else is smarter than you, they're more talented than you, they're prettier than you, they're younger than you, they're richer than you, they're fill in the blank. Who do you think you are? So you want to be able to hear that and silence that voice and replace it with something much more positive. I use the term mantra. We borrow that term from yoga. A phrase that you're going to repeat to yourself over and over that you can believe. And that was some of the more positive language you use. I can do this. I have something to say. Who do I think I am? Somebody with something worth listening to. So you've got to be able to silence that joy sucker voice with something positive. Because if you don't believe you have something worth saying, the audience isn't going to listen to you. If you don't believe you're interesting, they're not going to believe it. So I challenge you to come up with some kind of positive phrase that you can tell yourself in those crucial seconds before you open your mouth. What is your brain engaged with? What is your heart engaged with? Something like, you go, girl. I like that one. You go, girl. Or maybe a little line from a song. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, anybody? Powerful. We laugh, but it's powerful. A poem, a song, a phrase, something encouraging. And this isn't just some hocus pocus, okay. It really helps because it grounds you, it focuses you on your strength as opposed to your weakness. There's two parts of this equation. There's your knowledge and your communication ability. You're smart, you know something, you're experienced, you have something to share. You need the communication ability to have success. And so this positive mantra really draws those two together and says, I have something worth saying. I have something worth sharing. Not because I'm cocky and arrogant. That's not what we're about. It's confidence. Confidence means your belief in yourself and your ability to deliver what you've been asked to deliver. Arrogance means you're better than everybody else. Cockiness means you're better than everybody else. Confidence means you're just as good as everybody else. And in fact, in this area, you may actually know more. And that's a good thing. That's why you have the microphone. And that's why you're speaking to the organization, or that's why you're presenting to the team. Because you have something worth communicating.